morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another edition of Nonfiction Night here on Thursday at Timbercrest Elementary. And tonight I am going to read Who Would Win, Tarantula versus Scorpion. So we're going to get some interesting facts about these two different types of creatures. So what would happen if a tarantula met a scorpion? What if they were both in a bad mood and had a fight? Who do you think would win? So here we have some general information. Here we have the tarantula. Most tarantulas are the size of your hand. This one here is called a Goliath bird-eater tarantula, and when it's a full-grown adult, it can be 12 inches long. That big, that's huge for a spider. They're very hairy. They have 4 pairs of legs, which means they have 8 legs, and they are called arachnids. Here we have the scorpion. There's more than 1,500 known species of scorpion. This one is the death stalker scorpion. That's hard to say 3 times fast. You do not want to get stung by a scorpion. I know here in Florida we have some little scorpions. We don't really have any of the large ones like this, but you still want to stay away. The largest scorpion is the emperor scorpion, which is about 8 inches long, and the death stalker is about 3 inches, so it's about this big, and the other one is about that big. They're also arachnids, and they have 2 claws and an extended tail that has a stinger at the end. Tarantulas burrow, that means they dig a home down under the ground, and they live in various places around the world, mostly in South America or Central America, not too many here in North America, so we don't really have to worry about tarantulas out in the wild. And scorpions also burrow, so they also dig a home down in the ground. They also live under rocks and branches out in the woods, so be careful there. Neither one of them like very cold weather, so they don't live in Antarctica. All right, anatomy. This is about their body. So the tarantula has spinnerets that come out on the backside. They have 8 legs, fangs in the front, and the spinnerets, they make silk. That's what they make their webs from. They do not have wings, and they have tiny claws at the end of their legs. The scorpion has the head, and this is called the thorax, that's its body, and then its tail, it has 6 different segments. And at the end is the telson that has the stinger, and that part is full of poison. So when it stings you, that's why it hurts so bad. It has a little bit of poison coming in. And they also have claws at the end of their feet. Weapons for each of them. So here we have the tarantula. The tarantula has fangs right above its mouth, quite large it looks like. They are predators, which means they hunt their food. They rub their legs against their hairy bodies, and they shoot hair at their attackers. That's interesting. It's a weapon. It's like a nasty weapon. It makes some animals cough and have trouble breathing, so it's a way of protecting themselves. Then we have the scorpion's weapons. They have claws that can pinch you, or they say bite. Then again, it has the stinger at the end, and this is all full of poison, so when it stings you, it releases some of that poison. And then they have 2 little pinchers at its mouth. Ew, fun fact, scorpions also throw up on their prey. Gross. All right, talking about family here. The tarantula has some cousins, they say, the crab, the tick, and the mite. They're all similar in ways that they have their legs and the way their body is made. The scorpion is similar to a lobster, a crayfish, or a shrimp, if you look at the bodies. Yummy. All right, this is what they eat. So a tarantula, they are not vegetarians, so they don't like to eat grass and things like that. They are carnivores, so they will eat insects, tiny mice or lizards, snakes and small birds, and spiders. And then scorpions, they're not hunters. They wait for food to come to them. So they also eat insects, spiders, and other bugs. So you can see the ladybug, and grasshoppers, butterflies. All right, molting. So humans and other mammals have bones inside their bodies. Tarantulas and other arachnids have their skeletons on the outside of their bodies. It's called an exoskeleton. It's like an outside shell. And to grow larger, the tarantula sheds its exoskeleton, and this is called molting. Scorpions also molt, so you can see here's where it's molted. This is its outer shell that has come off. You might see that sometimes also with snakes. You may find a snake skin in your yard. So that's where it's molted. It's grown larger and it needs to have a bigger shell. All right, tasty. Some people eat tarantulas. They roast them over fire on a stick and eat them like they would a marshmallow. Ooh, that wouldn't be good for s'mores. They're said to be delicious. I don't think so. So this is a bowl of roasted tarantulas. People in Asia, Africa, and South America enjoy eating them. Maybe we should serve those for lunch sometime. And same with scorpions. They will cook them and eat them. So what do you think you'd prefer? Scorpions or maybe noodles? I know which one I would prefer. So this is a tarantula in attack mode. It gets up on its back legs. If you were ant size, this is what it would look like. And the scorpion, this is fighting mode for the scorpion. It raises its back tail. It comes over like an arch. So it has its stinger full of poison, ready to pierce you. These are young tarantula eggs. The mother does not take care of them. As soon as they're born, they are on their own. She doesn't take care of them. And then here is a scorpion. They carry their little babies on their backs, so they're good mothers. I hope we don't ever see one of those around here. Tarantulas find it difficult to see. They have 8 different lenses on their head. They have 8 eyes, and then they have a lot of legs. This is saying that it'd be difficult to find shoes or a hairdresser. And you don't want to find a scorpion in your bed or in the bathroom or in your lunchbox. The tarantula is climbing a tree. The tips of its legs are like little needles. It has no trouble climbing. Its claws stick in the tree as it climbs up. The scorpion is hidden under a rock and doesn't want to bother anyone, but it's waiting for some food to walk by. And soon it's dusk. The scorpion takes a peek outside. The scorpion gets a surprise. The tarantula jumps on top of it. Normally the tarantula would use its legs and pin down an insect and jab it with its mouth fangs, but the scorpion fights back. The tarantula does not like the snapping claws of the scorpion. The scorpion scrambles and escapes. The scorpion uses its claws and tail to fight. It backs off, then runs right at the tarantula. It grabs the tarantula's legs with its claws and then jabs one of its legs, and then the scorpion shoots venom into the tarantula's legs. So you can see where it's pricking it there. The tarantula is bigger than the scorpion, but now one of its legs is numb. The tarantula flips the scorpion over, but the scorpion gets right back up and jabs another leg. While the tarantula wonders what's wrong with its legs, the scorpion jabs its body. So you can see right here. The poison starts working and the tarantula eventually stops moving. The scorpion will eat the tarantula. So, who won? Scorpion. So here we have our checklist again by comparing the size, their home, their claws. This tarantula was bigger, but the scorpion had a deadly weapon. So again, who would win? Tarantula versus scorpion. And remember, 3 reading counts points. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night.